My name is Claire. I'm 32 years old. I live in a modest apartment in Brooklyn, New York, with my husband, Ethan. From the outside, we look like a normal couple. Two working professionals, no children, quiet life. But inside, everything has been breaking apart, slowly, silently. When we first moved to New York, we were filled with dreams. Ethan had just landed a great job at a finance firm, and I was excited to work in publishing. We were in love, truly. I remember late night walks through Central Park, cheap wine on our tiny balcony, and laughing at nothing until tears came out of our eyes. That was 8 years ago. Now, Ethan barely looks at me. He comes home, eats in silence, scrolls through his phone, and falls asleep watching sports. We don't fight. That would require energy. We just exist, like two strangers sharing the same space, bound by routine, not love. I tried. I swear I did. I planned weekend trips, cooked his favorite meals, wore that red dress he once said made me look like fire. But nothing worked. He'd always say he was tired. Work was crazy. Or he'd give me that flat, half smile and say, "Next time, babe." And then came Michael. It was a rainy Thursday afternoon when I met him. I was at the Strand bookstore in Manhattan, hiding from the storm. I reached for a copy of The Bell Jar, and so did he. Our hands touched. We laughed. Cliché, I know, but it felt electric. Michael was different. He asked questions. He listened. We grabbed coffee that same day just to talk about books. That coffee turned into more coffees, then long walks, then secrets, then kisses. He made me feel seen, desired, alive. I didn't sleep with him right away. For weeks, I fought the guilt, telling myself it was innocent, just a friendship. But deep down, I knew I was crossing lines. And one evening, after yet another silent dinner with Ethan, I texted Michael, "Can I come over?" I won't lie, that night was passionate, intense, unforgettable, but it was also followed by tears, so many tears. Not just because I cheated on my husband, but because I realized how empty my marriage had become, how lonely I truly was. Michael wasn't a villain. He never pressured me. He even asked, "Are you sure?" with pain in his eyes. But I was already falling, not for him, not completely, but for the feeling he gave me, the feeling of being loved. After that night, everything changed. I started to look at Ethan differently. I wondered if he noticed the sadness in my eyes, if he cared that I stayed out late, if he even remembered the last time he kissed me like he meant it. He didn't. One Sunday morning, while sipping coffee, I asked him softly, "Do you still love me?" He looked up from his phone, confused. "What kind of question is that?" "I mean it," I said. "Do you still want this?" He blinked. "Claire, I've just been stressed. Work is. It's not about work, I interrupted. It's us. We're falling apart. He sighed, got up, and left the room. That was my answer. A week later, I told him the truth. I expected yelling, maybe even anger, but he just stood there, silent, frozen. Finally, he whispered, "Is he better than me?" "No," I said, but he saw me, and I needed that. He nodded slowly, tears welling in his eyes. "Why didn't you tell me you felt this way?" "I did," I whispered. "You just weren't listening." It's been 6 months now. Ethan and I separated. No lawyers, no drama, just silence. We agreed to take time apart. I moved into a small studio in Queens. Michael and I still talk, but I told him I need time to heal, to figure out who I am without being someone's wife or someone's affair. Some nights I still cry, not because I regret what happened, but because I wish it never had to happen. I wish Ethan and I had fought harder, talked more, loved better. But maybe this is what life does. It tests you, breaks you, and sometimes it makes you choose yourself. So if you're judging me, that's okay. I probably would have judged me too. But if you've ever felt invisible in your own home, if you've ever screamed silently for affection and got nothing in return, you'll understand. This is not a love story. It's a story of loss, of betrayal, and maybe of rebirth. And it all happened in New York City, a place where millions live, but so many feel alone.